Well, we're joined now by the from the U.S. state of Maryland by David DeRoche, a professor at the National Defense University. David, thank you very much for your time this evening. Can you explain for us, please, what's the thinking behind all these countries coming together in this way to issue this statement, and what exactly are they hoping to achieve other than the obvious?
Well, I'll take a stab at it, but I don't think anybody can know for sure. I think that the driving impetus is the loss of civilian life in Gaza, and also the possibility, the inevitability that if fighting continues in Rafah, that there'll be even greater loss of civilian life. The Western democracies are very concerned about this, and there are also, several politicians who are facing elections who don't want to be in a position where they have to openly break with Israel. So I think that this proposal, which the Israeli government is not in a position to accept right now, and which I think Hamas will publicly accept, but will not accept the terms of in practice, appears to be an outside effort to break that roadblock on the two combatant parties.
And David, the US presumably a leader in bringing together this statement. Is this part of the White House pressure campaign, as we could call it, I think it's fair to say, to get both sides to sign up to a deal here?
I think so, yeah. President Biden in particular is in a bad political position. He is a president with a notable lack of enthusiasm for his reelection, and his own party is fragmenting over the issue of the Gaza war. Older politicians, such as President Biden, usually tend to instinctively support Israel. But what he's seeing is that the younger base of his party, who he relies on for things like knocking on doors, getting out the vote, they are more sympathetic towards Gaza. And this conflict dragging on and another spike in civilian casualties, which will be inevitable if the Israelis move into Rafah, has a tendency to really give him trouble. Other leaders, Justin Trudeau in Canada, Macron in France, are also facing challenges to greater or lesser degrees. So I think aside from the humanitarian impetus to stop the loss of life, there's also a strong domestic political impetus, and I think these actions in part at least reflect that.
And this statement did also make reference to a two-state solution, but with very apparent careful wording there. I think the word was opportunities they used in this statement for a two-state solution. What's the US position right now on the day after?
Well, the United States has always supported a two-state solution, and we want to see the United States policy, and this transcends parties, it's across administrations, that they want to see a viable two-state solution that provides real opportunity and elements of sovereignty for the Palestinians, but at the same time, they don't want to compromise the security of Israel. And that's where things get a little ugly. The other problem, of course, is there are, the status of Jerusalem, the right of return. There's a lot of issues there. I think that what really is driving this emphasis on this is, first off, just impetus. It's kind of a requirement in any discussion of the future of Israel-Palestine that you refer to a two-state solution. And then secondly, I think that the Saudi position, the United States has spent a lot of time trying to bring the Saudis into this process, emphasizes the fact that there has to be irrevocable moves towards Palestinian statehood. So I think they're trying to address that as well.
David, we really appreciate your time. Speaking to us here on TRT World.